UFC 175. You got Chris Weidman, which is 11-0, 45% by knockout, 27% by decision, and 27% by submission. And then on the other hand, you got Lyoto Machida, which is 21-4-0, 38% by knockout, 10% by submission, and 52% by decision. I'm not the biggest Chris Weidman fan. You guys will know that. Chris Weidman has beaten Mark Munoz, Damian Maia, Anderson Silva twice, and is on a 11-fight win streak. So this dude is cocky, and this dude is coming off one of the biggest upsets in UFC history. Maybe the last fight he was off of, breaking Anderson Silva's leg, wasn't the way the fight should have ended. And everybody's like, well, he really didn't technically beat Anderson. Anderson took himself out by breaking his leg. So he's 11-0 in his MMA career. And then you got Lyoto Machida, the Dragon, which is on a 2-fight win streak, beat Mark Munoz and Gegard Mousasi. But before that, Lyoto Machida lost to John Jones, beat Ryan Bader, beat Dan Henderson, lost to Phil Davis, which I still think to this day he beat Phil Davis. And he should still be on like a 4-fight win streak because he did beat Phil Davis in my mind. I don't think he lost that fight. And you got Lyoto Machida, which is a very good striker, a very good technical karate guy. He doesn't get hit that often. On the other hand, you do have Chris Weidman, which is a wrestler and striker and has decent submissions. It says he lands 65% of his strikes and has 100% of his takedown. So it's hard to take this dude down, and it's hard to just beat him because he's a very aggressive fighter. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle with Lyoto Machida's style, because Lyoto Machida is going to be jumping in, jumping out, landing punches and bunches. With that being said, I'm going to take Lyoto Machida to be the new 185-pound champion. I'm not a Chris Weidman fan. I just think the dude comes off cocky, and maybe you do come off cocky when you're 11-0 and you just dominate everybody. But I can give him props for beating Anderson Silva the first time and winning the second time, but I can't actually say he is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the 185-pound division. I think Lyoto Machida is going to win that fight all day, every day. It's Lyoto Machida's time to win the title. And you got the return of Stefan Struve, which is basically coming off an injury. I think he had like a heart problem where he wasn't actually being able to compete as a fighter anymore. Stefan Struve is 6'11", with a 29-6-0 record. Right now, it says on the UFC.com, it says that he has 0% knockout, 0% submission, and 0% decision. This dude is a really good grappler for being a tall dude, and he's a very good striker, but he does start out slow a lot of times. And Matt Mitrione is 7-3 with an 86% knockout range, no submissions, and 14% by decision. And the last time we seen Stefan Struve fight was March 2nd, 2013 against Mark Hunt. He was on a 4-fight win streak before he fought Mark Hunt, and Mark Hunt did knock his ass out. So he did beat Pat Barry, he did beat Dave Herman. So he did beat a lot of top guys. And then you go over to Matt Mitrione's fights. Matt Mitrione hasn't fought since March 2nd, 2014 was the last time Matt Mitrione fought at UFC Fight Night, and he's on a 1-fight win streak. So to be honest with you guys, you got two guys who are going to stand and bang. If Stefan Struve comes out like he used to do back in the day, where he was more aggressive and doesn't, because he starts slow. He needs to start really fast and get this fight going, because Matt Mitrione is a guy who's going to come out aggressive. And we all know Stefan Struve in his last fight when he fought against Mark Hunt didn't look all that great. He basically stood back and basically took punches, and when he got Mark Hunt on the ground, he really didn't do a lot to finish that fight. So I'm picking Stefan Struve if he comes out hungry, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his ass knocked out by Matt Mitrione. I'm not a fan of Matt Mitrione. I don't think he's that talented of a fighter. But with that being said, I'm picking Stefan Struve for the win. Then you got Alexis Davis versus Ronda Rousey. Ronda is 9-0, 11% by knockout, 89% by decision, or 89% by decision, and 0% by going to the judges' scorecard. And Alexis Davis is 16-5, 13% by knockout, 44% by submission, and 44% by decision. And you gotta say this: Ronda Rousey has mauled everybody down, and she's just been whooping ass ever since she got in the strike force, dominating people. In the UFC alone, she's beaten Liz Carmouche, Miesha Tate, and Sarah McMahon. I think the Sarah McMahon fight was prematurely stopped. And Ronda Rousey, we all know, is a very heavy-handed grappler. She loves to grapple, and she is getting her speed up when it comes to boxing. Because if you ever look at her Instagram, she's boxing, and her boxing skills have looked impressive as of late. And Alexis Davis is coming off a 3-fight win streak. Jessica Liz Carmouche, she's beaten, and her last fight was at UFC 170. So, with that being said, it looks like it's going to be a grappling match because 44% by submission and Ronda Rousey's 89% by submission. So, I still see this going to the ground. I still see it, Ronda Rousey trying to go for her judo throw and trying to take it to the ground and submit another fighter. And fighters know this is coming, so she might want to try her boxing. And if I was Alexis Davis, I would try to stick and move. I would try to do the same thing that Carlos Condit did to Nick Diaz. Will it be an exciting fight if she does a fight like that? Not really, but it's a way to win the fight. You stick, and move. And Ronda Rousey is a very aggressive chick that will be up in your face, coming forward, and really just want to box you, basically. She wants to get up there, get you up against the cage, throw you to the ground, and submit you quickly. So if I was a chick fighting Ronda Rousey, I would stay on the outside, like I said, like the Nick Diaz versus Carlos Condit fight. I would stick, I'd throw a punch, back up, and run around the cage. Stick, move. It's not going to be an exciting fight, but it would possibly make you take Ronda into the later rounds. We never seen Ronda go past the third round. Usually she only goes one round. So if you can really pressure the shit out of Ronda Rousey, that's the way to beat her. And that's the way to beat someone like a John Jones. If you can pressure the hell out of them and take them out of their element, that's how you beat these elite athletes, because they're not used to people pressuring them. And when you pressure them, you can take them down. Because I want to see what happens when Ronda Rousey's on her back. When someone has her in mount and is grounding and pounding her, I want to see if she can kick out, if she has the skills to get up. We always see Ronda take a fighter down, and we always see Ronda just go right for the armbar like that. So we never seen her on her back or in a compromising position. So I really would say I want Alexis Davis to win, but I'm not going to be surprised if Ronda Rousey goes 10-0 in the UFC. So with that being said, those are my predictions for the UFC 175 card. I actually think Uriah Hall's fight shouldn't be on the UFC pay-per-view. It should be Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber is headlining the Fox Sports 1 card, which I think should be on the actual pay-per-view, but that's for me to say. And let me know what you guys think. With that being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, and that is another UFC prediction video. Thanks for watching. Damn, this video is long.